I'm one person off. Are we sure there isn't another single person somewhere on this damn map? I'm assuming again that they're not going underground. Just one person. I just need one person. Okay, there's literally no point in doing this. I was pretty thorough in my original run through. Just run. I could get the free primer gems. You know what? I'm just gonna run her again. We're gonna know the tutorials are for next update. I was like, yay, video tutorials. No. Okay, her skill attacks enemies at intervals. Is it an AoE or does it follow me? Don't know. When enemies are burning, the sense will periodically be created. After it absorbs 2 cents, AoE damage is done. So you need burning. So you need a fire person, a pyro. Her burst does 3 cases and does normal damage. Okay, so pretty much my playstyle. You just smash things and keep smashing things until things die. Sounds great. I just really don't like glasses. I've always despised glasses. I'm sorry for every Meganate out there. I can't help it. We all have our aesthetic preferences, and mine is not with glasses. Other than that, you are adorable. I just don't do glasses. Oh, look at that cute little hat. Is this like a Luminous? The flower? I don't think I can go to my inventory. No, I can't. That's what it looks like. Okay, I found the one place of her outfit I don't like. This part. I like the accessory. I just don't like the see-through, because that's what it is. It's a see-through like mesh material over here, and her modesty is only being kept in check by these 2 pathetically placed little bits of cloth.
Would you mind coming with me?
No, thank you.
Buy a copy of today's newspaper.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But the design of this little drip thingy, which I think also must be a flower of some kind, and her waist attachment here is nice. And then I like the lacing up on the side. I like her sleeves. They're really cute. Ooh, you've got green lining. Oh, I like the green lining. That just really cinches the whole thing in with your skirt and your hat. I like that. And we all know I'm a fan of asymmetry, so I'm loving the skirt. I love the, what's the word again? Garters. That's the word I was looking for. I was convinced it started with H, and I'm like, no, man, it's garters. Oh, your shoes are cute. I always hate bows on the back of shoes because they're the most stupidest, most impractical thing ever, because you're gonna whack into the bows every time you walk. But they're still cute. Wait, why do you have blue on the back? Wait, your earring that you can't even see is blue on one side and a pearl on the other. Okay. I don't like that I can see that the way that your hat attaches to your head. I'd honestly just prefer it was magic or like pins and it was pinned to your head. I don't know that I like this coming around the back. But I like the back of this outfit. I like the long tail on the hat. I like the asymmetry of these dangly bits in your shirt, and the skirt is beautiful. You just, other than the glasses and this questionable boobage area, you have a really nice design. Okay, time to fire things up.
Everybody stand back!
I don't know how everybody works. Yeah, that's not gonna work for me, bro.
This'll brighten up the place.
I'm sorry, what accent was that? Oh, he's not burning. Of course, it's not gonna work.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Sure is, buddy.
Extract! A little ambiance.
This sounds weird. Okay, sorry, dear. We need some fire. I'm just gonna have to kick you out.
Neutralize! This'll brighten up the place.
I just... Her accent sounds so odd. I don't, it sounded weird. I might have to hear it not in the middle of combat, because that, just sounded like super strange to me. Okay, what have you got? Is this just a fighting thing? Because I'm not interested. Absolutely not. Oh, my rewards. I mean, I didn't do it for the rewards. I just wanted to see how she fought. Okay, I get to ignore all that. Perfect. So the question is, I had something that was ending time-wise. Yeah, it's probably already gone. Yeah, it's already gone. I took too long to get back to the game. That's what happens when you don't play for 3 weeks. Or longer? 3 weeks? No, it's definitely longer than 3 weeks. It's been ages since I played. 5 weeks? I don't know. So whatever it was, it's gone. The rest should not be timed because there's no color attributed to it. Yeah. See? I don't even have the myriad melodies. Anyway. I want to finish these. Even though it's bloody Natlan. But I do need to get a wriggle on with... I'm confused about these numbers. Interlude chapter, Act 4. And then chapter 5, Act 6. Where's Act 5? I'm a little confused. A little confused. This one comes first, right? Right. I'm not losing my marbles. Shh, don't answer that. They're already gone. What's a space and time for you? Okay, so that's that one. Okay, well, I feel like we're missing an act, but I will ignore this and proceed. I'm just going to do this, and then the update will be out, and so I should probably do that, but I'm not going to. I'm going to make it just sit and suffer and do something else in between. I mean, look at these things. Look at this. It gets worse every time I log into the game. It just... I have got to start doing them, honestly. I'm tempted to do one now. Oh, so tempted. Should I? There are so many of them to get through. If I start one and just slowly like alternate between this and Archon, this event, this Archon, this event, maybe. I'm going to do it. I'm going to prolong everyone's pain, including my own. And do it this way. I never know how to travel this city. Its map confuses me. Well, I guess we're not getting into combat. Skirk, you're going to have to wait more time before I figure out how to use you. Or again, just lightly use you incorrectly. Tiori!
Seems like there's another event going on at the Court of Fontaine. Look at that. Roadside signs as far as the eye can see. Let's see what they're for. Fontaine Fashion Week?
Oh,
Ooh,
these.
why don't we go check out some of the shops? Maybe we can pick up some cool new clothes.
Have they been there ever since the story quest wasn't, in the game? Or did they only appear when I accepted the quest? I've never noticed them. Therefore, I think there have been additional... since this quest was added.
Is this really okay? I told you I could do it using the leftover funds from the original deposit. Don't tell me you're afraid that I cheaped out on the dress.
No, not at all. I have only the fullest faith in your work, Miss Chiori. I'm just in shock, that's all. It's always been my dream to wear a Chioria boutique dress for my wedding. I really thought the chance had passed me by.
When someone says, it's always been my dream for XYZ, usually that's the kind of dream you've had since maybe like childhood, teenage years. Not usually something you accrue once you hit adulthood, because usually you have those kinds of dreams for a long period of time. So it has always been her dream to wear a Chioria boutique dress for her wedding. Ma'am, how old do you think Chiori is, and how long has her boutique been open for you to for enough time to have passed for you to have always had the dream to wear a Chioria boutique wedding dress? I just feel like there's just a disconnect between the context of always having this dream and the reality of how long she's actually had the store open for. Because Chiori is not old by any stretch of the imagination. You know what? Genshin don't really give the ages of their characters. People are just left to guess. But you know what? I'm going to look this up. And yes, as per usual, you can all sit there and wait while I slowly tap on my phone because I'm a really slow typer on phones. I hate typing on phones. Chiori age is not explicitly stated. No shit. She's believed to be an adult, likely in her late teens or early 20s. The manga suggests she is 17 at the time of the manga, and since time passes in the game world, she'll be older when the game begins. So yeah, my point still stands. You can't have always had this dream if she hasn't really had a story open for particularly long.
Wait, isn't that Chiori? She's actually at her shop today?
I'm so glad she added that second part, because the first part I was like, yeah, this is her store. Why wouldn't she be here? Hello? Apparently she's never here. Perhaps it's because of Fontaine Fashion Week.
Oh, you've got a point there. Well, once she's done with her customer, we can go and ask her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a woman of my word. If I say I can do something, then it'll be done. The first rule of business is to always keep your promises. Now, remember to not fold the gown or store it under direct sunlight. I'd recommend only taking it out on the day of the wedding. But from the look on your face, I can tell that may be a little difficult for you.
I'll try my best. Once he sees me in this, his jaw is gonna drop straight to the floor.
Chiori, you're actually at your shop today.
Is that really so shocking? It is mine, after all.
That's what I was thinking.
Anything you're looking for today? A custom design, or perhaps some ready-to-wear outfits for kids?
Ooh, burn.
Hey, Paimon's not a kid.
Oh, really? I strongly disagree, and you're not proving me wrong. We actually wanted to ask about Fontaine Fashion Week.
Oh, that.
You seem very thrilled.
Well, if news of the event has reached your ears, I suppose the Fontaine Apparel Association's advertising efforts have paid off.
Are there any fun and popular activities that we can take part in?
Chiori doesn't really strike me as the person to ask this question to. She's a bit aloof for that.
Ugh, Fashion Week isn't what I'd call fun, but it certainly always attracts a crowd. It's a fashion extravaganza that only takes place once a year, after all.
Will you be showing off some of your designs too?
Of course. All designers at the Court of Fontaine use the week to advertise their brand. If you're lucky, you could even land a large amount of orders as soon as the main show ends.
Her eyes are still my favorite in the game, I think. Although I think the swoop of the fringe goes with it strongly. Like, this whole front part would need to go together. But her eyes, there's something about the blasé, nonplussed, yeah, whatever, eyes. I think they're adorable.
Come to think of it, it was also at a previous fashion week that our label first took off.
Aren't you pretty much an established name now? People will still buy your clothes even if you don't participate this year, right?
Yeah, that's not quite how it works. While many people buy clothes for fit and style, the fashion industry also strongly values a label's artistic vision and creative direction. Why would anyone patronize a label that hasn't even bothered to put out any new designs for the year? In the end, fashion is just a representation of the spirit of the times. People support your brand because they support the vision it represents.
In modernity, I would agree historically, but not with the current era. Fashion, I'm going to say, bold take, has ceased to exist. The concept of fashion, it doesn't exist anymore in today's society. People can argue for brand names as much as they like, for like the luxury brand names like, Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Chanel, etc. I'm not talking just like fashion, but just high-end brands. You can argue as much as you like that they are still relevant, but they're kind of super really not. Historically, fashion was a representation of the time. I actually took a class on this at university back in the day. And yeah, fashion really much was a representation. It had to suit the function of the times. So, the correct breeches for men to go riding through the Regency era, and the cut of ladies' dresses for certain eras throughout time for whatever function they're performing in society. Fashion is a representation of the spirit of the times, and the corsets, when they started wearing the corsets, when they took off the corsets and whatnot, about liberty, blah blah blah, and whatnot. So I agree that it absolutely is historically, but I just don't think that exists in today's society, which is kind of super sad. Today's society kind of sucks. So I mean, I guess Teyvat is an historical landscape compared to our day and age, so the fashion that she speaks of would in fact be reflective of our historical concept of fashion. Just sort of go on the tangent since I took that class at university, so I completely agree with what she says. And exactly right there. Most people don't think about that. People don't even think about fashion, period. Like, the concept of fashion doesn't exist to most people. But it has very much been a thing through all the different periods of history, and it is quite an elaborate, in-depth concept. And the way it did reflect each generation's not the word I'm looking for, each period of history, each era of time.
All that complicated stuff aside, you're saying we'll be able to see new Chioria designs at the show?
Yes, that is what she's saying, or she'll lose her business.
Absolutely. The designs have already been finalized. I'm just waiting for the fabrics to arrive.
Ooh, are you using materials you can't get in Fontaine?
Well, I still have a certain partiality to Inazuma-made fabrics.
Understandable.
The textures are pleasant to the touch, and their familiarity gives me a sense of security.
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's that feeling of home.
Ugh. Something like that.
How do you
Yes.
get that, Paimon? You don't have a home. You can't even tell me where you're from. Not that my character's smart enough to even ask you that question. But yeah, you have no concept of home. We don't even have a home in Teyvat. We don't exist in one location.
We're a long way from Inazuma, though. Aren't you concerned that your shipment might get lost or stolen along the way?
No, this isn't America, Paimon.
No need to worry. I've already taken steps to ensure that it'll arrive safely. I've entrusted the job to Komani Express's most reliable courier.
Speak of the devil?
Excuse me.
Hey.
Coming through.
What do you mean question mark, question mark, question mark? Was this the introduction of Karara?
Chiori, your shipment's here. I know it's quite late, so I'm really, really sorry.
Deep breaths, Kirara, then start again.
Oh, so Kirara's the courier you were talking about.
I'm sorry, if you could just see my expression. Do we know of any other couriers, Paimon? This is a game. If you reference a character in a particular context, of course it's going to be the character you know in that context.
Oh, hey, Traveler and Paimon. Fancy seeing you here in Fontaine. It's been a while.
I literally just saw you at Chinju Vale. Chinji Forest? Fuck, I just saw you in Inazuma. It has indeed. How about a game? No.
Wait a second. This is the second time that you've seen me flub a delivery job now,
Third time.
isn't it?
I just saw you flop on 2 seconds
you
ago.
somehow always happen to catch me off my game, huh?
To be fair though, I can't blame you for the last one. That was the Tanuki's fault.
So, what was the holdup? Sailing delays, bad weather?
Huh? No, nothing like that. I just ran into a bit of trouble, that's all.
Bandits, then? Or treasure hoarders? A few run-ins on the road aren't usually enough to give you any trouble.
Well, I didn't run into anyone exactly. I just got a little lost.
Your tails. Yes, they're hyperactive. What of it?
Keeping you honest as always, I see.
Alright. I was stopped by a group of bandits as soon as I entered Fontaine.
And did you give them what for?
They were a little different from the ones I usually run into. I could hear them mumbling about Komani Express. It was obvious they were looking for someone with two tails.
Because of you specifically, or because of what you were carrying?
So it was a targeted hit?
I got the sense that they were actually targeting Chiori's goods.
How dare they?
My fabric shipment?
Yeah, they said that I could go as long as I left the goods with them. Otherwise, they'd stuff me into my delivery box and toss me into the sea to drown.
I sure hope you didn't give the goods to them, otherwise you wouldn't be here.
Oh, are you okay, Kirara?
Oh, I'm good. I'm still a yokai after all. I turned them over to the guards.
Oh, yay.
Just took me a while to round them all up.
Well, it's not completely out of the ordinary for one of your deliveries to get intercepted. But it still doesn't make sense how you knew it was my goods they were after. You've got other deliveries to make in Fontaine, don't you? Is there something else that you're keeping from me?
Well...
Kirara.
Perhaps I need to reconsider how many stars to give you in my review.
Manipulation at its finest.
You always know how to get me, Chiori. Alright, I'll talk. So, I kinda wanted to know why anyone would order a hit on me, so I spent a bit of time investigating.
So instead of delivering the product you were already late in delivering, you decided to take the time to do some investigation. Yep, I'd be docking a few stars from her review, Chiori.
One of the bandits had a loose tongue, which saved me some time. He said that a certain person had commissioned them to intercept Chioria Boutique's delivery.
And who might this person be?
Chiori, why don't we just let this one go? I mean, I didn't really get injured, and you've still got Fashion Week to worry about.
Why are you being so protective of this person who's her competition?
I appreciate your kindness, Kirara, but if I don't teach this person a lesson, I doubt they'll stop here. Anyone that dares to mess with one of my friends deserves a stern talking to and then some.
Go, girl.
All right. The guy said that the commissioner was someone by the name of Aether.
I'm sorry. I only know to pronounce that as Uther, as in King Uther, and I will only pronounce it thusly.
Aether. Now that name rings a bell. Wouldn't you say, Kirara?
It doesn't to me.
Well, that's exactly why I didn't want to bring it up to you.
Is it your competition?
So you both know this Aether guy?
Through Chiori's complaints about him, sure. He's a fellow fashion designer who's made it his goal in life to make hers as miserable as possible.
But can't he just do that by succeeding in what he does? Why does he have to resort to such underhanded tactics? Is he perhaps not good at what he does, or not as good as Chiori at what he does?
Oh, so he's like a business rival.
Sounds like a criminal rival if he's, stooping so low.
A rival is what you call someone who fights you fair and square.
Perfectly valid.
Aether, however, just has it out for me as a designer. He's publicly disparaged my design choices, my use of materials. He's practically tried every trick in the book to ruin my good name.
I actually didn't think that's where she was going, not the sentence, the previous sentence, about what a rival is. A rival is someone who competes against you fair or square, whatever she said. I actually thought she was going to say a rival is someone, who's actually worthy of competing against you. I thought she was going to disparage him and say, he's just sucks. He's not on a high enough level to compete with her to be considered a rival, but no, we're going this way instead.
I've already warned him before to compete with me fair and square, but I guess he prefers playing dirty.
Indeed.
Well, I'm more than happy to oblige.
If he wants to sling mud, do it right back, honey. Oh, she's just going?
Wait, Chiori,
Okay,
where are you going?
well, can I come with?
To teach someone a lesson. You must be tired after your long journey. Why don't you rest in my shop for a little while before heading back?
She can't hear you. You've walked off and you're only speaking in a normal tone.
Chiori, wait!
And she's gone.
And nobody thought to follow her?
Oh no.
For everybody's
What do we
safety?
do?
You seem concerned. Should we be worried about Chiori?
I think we should be worried about Aether.
Well, she's always been the type of person to face things head on,
As she should.
but with her fiery temper, I'm just worried whatever she's about to do will feel negative publicity about her right before the start of Fashion Week.
Well, as long as she can link the actions of Aether to the dudes with the guards and gets the newspaper out to the news out to the Steambird, she should be fine.
Traveler, Paimon, could you go after her and check out the situation for me? As a formal employee of Komonia Express, it wouldn't be appropriate for me to get involved.
That's fair.
Yeah, we'll take good care of Chiori.
Don't make promises you can't keep.
To be honest, I'm more worried about that Aether guy's
That's what I
safety.
said. When they talk about tonight, Caesarea chapter Act 1. They say that like it's ever going to have an Act 2. So, how far away is Aether's shop? Yes, I'm intentionally saying it with loathing and cynicism. That's not Aether. That's a chevreuse. Is that his... No, that's a Garden Make station.
Any chance you're on the clock, officer?
Nothing good ever comes out of you addressing me like that.
I mean, what? She's asking you to do your job. What's wrong with that?
Oh? And I see the Traveler and Paimon are here too.
I'm here for backup. Although, I guess you're backup.
Chevros,
Now.
we meet again.
Are you on patrol?
Well, things have been fine on my end. We were able to bring in a large number of recruits thanks to that film we made.
Jesus, I completely forgot that was a thing. Wait, wasn't that after when you would do the story quest? I guess it mustn't have been.
I suppose the trade-off is that I'm now constantly getting stopped for autographs while out on patrol. Not ideal, if you ask me.
Fair.
Well, you were one of the leading roles after all.
No, it must have come before.
So, did something happen?
Indeed it did. I'll need you to come with me.
Can you explain to her before we move off?
I only ever hear that phrase from you. Usually I'm the one asking people to do that.
Well, are you coming?
Not before I know what you're planning.
Have I ever made a bad call?
I mean, you both make very good points.
The better question is, have you ever made one that didn't violate proper procedure?
As far as I can tell, Chiori is currently doing things by the book and she is in the right.
Okay. A man hired a group of bandits to mug my friend. I'm about to go teach him a lesson.
Are you sure this is something you should be telling the captain of the special patrol? It's getting hard to tell whether you're here to report a case or turn yourself in for one.
Both?
Neither. I'm requesting personal supervision from said captain, so I don't do anything too out of line.
Couldn't we just report him for being linked to the dudes who accosted Kirara and get him thrown in jail while pending his court case, and then he gets fined or charged criminally, depending on what we're doing here, and then he'd be out of your fashion week? Can't we just do that instead?
Are you planning to?
Not if I can help it.
Nice camera angles.
All right. Where is this person?
It's so dramatic.
Follow me.
Oh, she is incensed, and I'm living for it. The two of them together are delightful. We don't seem to be going to the correct direction,
promise
Chiori.
you'll start trying to keep yourself out of trouble.
Well, when trouble stops coming my way, I'll be sure to get on that.
Yep. She makes a very good point. It's like she's asking for the trouble. She's just dealing with it when it comes her way.
This should be the place. You all wait here. I'll go have a chat with him.
I thought the point was having us present so that you don't do anything inappropriate.
You know, Chevros, Paimon gets the sense that you two are actually pretty close.
It's just as Chiori said. We got to know each other pretty well in our lines of work. You could call it a you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours sort of situation.
Does Chiori often need your help?
I'd say it's mutual. The Special Patrol needs her help quite often as well. We've got tough problems of our own. Getting people to talk, for example. The uniform, the musket, they're intimidating. Most people clam up the minute they see us. Lips sealed so tight, getting them to talk almost feels like trying to break into the fortress of Meripede.
But isn't your job to know how to do interrogation techniques to bypass that issue?
But put them in a clothing boutique, and they suddenly start gushing faster than the waters at the Fountain of Lucine.
Please don't ever use that phrase ever again.
Oh, is it because they're trying to show off or something?
Yep. People are vain creatures. They can't help but want to talk up new developments in their lives or show off how much they know about other people. And nothing brings out that sort of vanity quite like fashion.
Sorry, I'm just trying to think about the validity of that statement, the whole thing. Yes and no. I don't know that everybody is a vain creature. And that kind of vanity you refer to also presupposes that you have new developments in your lives. I hate meeting people I haven't seen in a while. Oh, what have you been up to? Yeah, fuck all since I last saw you. So it's hard to be a vain creature when nothing happens in your life.
As a result, Chiori often picks up on all kinds of information in her shop. Most of her customers are members of the upper class, which means they're pretty much up to the gills in wealth and intel.
Up to the gills? Have I heard that phrase before? I don't know.
You scratch my back and I'll scratch yours. Huh, Paimon gets it now.
The fact that it took you that long to come to that conclusion is really sad.
Exactly. I'm also here to ensure Chiori's safety. Those who make trouble for her also tend to be rich and powerful.
Until she tears them down.
And in some very rare cases, I'm forced to protect other people from Chiori herself.
Why? They get what they deserve.
So, who got on her case this time? It's been a while since I last saw her that angry.
Her rival, Aether.
Oh, so this is what happened.
That's the second time we've done that before in the game, I think.
Huh? Aether, you say?
Yes? Why?
You've heard of him?
Yep. He's made trouble for Chiori several times already. He's fond of pretty much every dirty trick in the book. I heard that even the Maison Gardiennage issued him a warning due to his behavior. So he's back at it, huh? His funeral, I guess.
Whoa, what's this about a funeral all of a sudden?
I just meant that Aether's done for. Now bring it in, you two. Get right up close.
For?
Sure, but why?
Because this is probably going to turn into one of those very rare cases I just talked about.
Oh, there's the cue. Traveler's surprise face. I mean, so far, no harm, no foul. Really? We needed to use the eye-opening animation right there.
What are you
Really?
doing? Stay away from me!
You deserve everything you get, you son of a bitch.
Has anyone ever taught you the definition of stupidity?
Huh?
Stupidity is doing the same meaningless thing over and over again. It appears you've forgotten what I told you before. So, allow me to refresh your memory. Lay off the dirty tricks.
Honestly, I kind of expected somebody a little more slimy or creepy. He seems kind of really average, man.
Oh, and if you dare lay your hands on my friend again, you can expect a far less pleasant landing next time.
Chiori?
She's currently doing nothing illegal. She has provocation as a defense. She's fine. In Australia,
Officer,
anyway.
An assault's in progress! Please,
Is it
officer,
though?
you've got to do something!
I don't see an assault.
Of course. I'll do my utmost to investigate the situation. Unfortunately, I was chatting with this traveler and seemed to have missed what happened. Not to worry, though. If you'd allow me to search the scene, I'm sure I'll be able to collect some useful evidence. You don't mind, do you? There's nothing in there that would implicate you in any illegal activity, I would hope.
Forget it. It wasn't that big of a deal.
Ms. Chiori, I must also ask you to refrain from engaging in such disorderly conduct in the future, especially out in the open like this.
Apologies, officer. I guess you could say I'm just used to tossing out any trash I come across on the street.
I mean, I love the imagery, but please don't toss your trash onto the street. That's littering. Put it in a bin.
You...
Is there anything else either of you have to say for yourselves?
That's all from me. I sincerely hope that today's events will never happen again.
We'll see about that.
You brought it upon yourself, you dickwad.
Whoa, that scared the heck out of Paimon. How did he just go flying out like that?
Is that even a question? Such incredible strength, such a graceful arc.
You're too kind.
Now's not the time to be accepting compliments. What happened to not doing anything too out of line?
She didn't! It was perfectly legal and fine.
Not if I could help it, is what I said. And I think I kept that. I started with a verbal warning, but he displayed neither shame nor remorse. If anything, he kept running his mouth with insults and threats.
Insults and threats so bad that he deserved to be tossed out like a sack of trash?
Yes.
Believe it or not, they were that bad. He deserved to get knocked down a peg. It's the only way to get him to stop.
Right now, I'm feeling like Chiori is my spirit animal.
You could have reported him to the guards.
Yeah, but this is more fun and, like, validating.
Oh, I will. But it'll take some time for them to gather evidence. And he denied that he ever had anything to do with those bandits. I don't want anything else to happen during Fontaine Fashion Week. On top of that, if Kirara is going to continue delivering goods for me,
The least I can do is guarantee her safety. Oh, that reminds me. There is another favor I'd like to ask of you today.
Oh no, where is this going?
What a shame. I believe you've already used up your favor quota for the day.
Have I? Well, it's a good thing I was planning on taking an advance on tomorrow's quota then.
Don't you think you're maxed out on advances already?
I always pay you back in information, don't I? It's just like you said. You scratch my back, and I scratch yours.
Well, she didn't say that. Paimon said that, and you weren't here for that conversation. You shouldn't be familiar with the phrase. Return to the boutique. Yeah, look. I started this knowing that I wasn't going to be able to finish it, time-wise. I will get off for the evening. Woo! I'm so sorry. I leant on my mouse a little too hard. So I'm just gonna... I was like, while I'm here, Catherine, except I've done literally nothing with my time, so never mind. I'm just gonna slowly skip my way down here. I kind of actually was really interested in keep going, but you know. Gotta wind down so I can get to sleep to make up for the sleep I missed last night.